Hello everybody, so a bunch of you guys might have heard of this game. It's called Monument Valley, and basically the reason I'm talking about it is because it's all about perspective and the way you're looking at things and how they line up with other things to make it look as though there's passageways that weren't there and aren't possible in real life. As you can see, those two pieces kind of come together, and in different parts of this video it shows examples of how perspective in an orthographic view, just a matter of perspective can change things and make them look as though they're possible. So specifically this part here. It's pretty amazing, but we're going to use Tinkercad to try to create one of these illusions because it has orthographic view, so you can use orthographic view. So yeah, that's Monument Valley. It's a really cool game. You can go check out the trailer yourself if you want to see it without me talking. That's fine. So we're going to be focusing on this part mainly. So as you can see, we've got a shape here that's kind of like this. And then there's another piece there. But as it moves, it lines up with that. And that's the magic part about it. And that's the part we're trying to create. One that actually works, that we can, not only that it looks like that, but that we can actually move this and do that. Alright, so I've actually already created it, but I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So I just went and deleted it. I made another recording on how to do it also, but that one was 16 minutes long. And I also had how to do an infinite triangle. But this is basically the same thing, it's just more in depth about that kind of stuff. So first we want to work on this part here, the part that rotates. So first we'll make this. Let's say that each of these are 20. Let's see, each of these cubes is this shape, which should work. And this is 20 by 20, 20 by 20 by 20, as you can see. Excuse me. And as you can see, we're in orthographic mode. This is perspective. And the thing about perspective and versus orthographic, as you can see, if I move an object over here and I put an object over there, this one's way bigger than the other one because this one's further away and this one's closer. That's basically what perspective is. But orthographic, all objects stay the exact same shape, no matter how far away they are. Which is the crazy thing about it, which allows us to do illusions that make it look like two objects that are way far apart look as if they're right next to each other, just like that, kind of, pretty much. Anyway, so we don't need either of these objects, so we'll just go ahead and delete them. So make sure you're in orthographic view. And for this illusion to work properly, usually you're looking like this. That's in perspective mode. This is the home view. What we want to do is this is usually where it is. We want to switch right over to this corner here and change it to orthographic mode, or orthographic. And then we can switch back to perspective mode by clicking this button again. Alright, so just take one of these squares and right here, just make sure it's in the right place. You can also zoom in a bit by using these zoom in and zoom out keys, and that makes it so that it fits the area, but we don't want to do that. See, so this is 20 long, and so to figure out how tall this is, we can't really measure it or anything, but we can see each of these is 4 long. This is also 4 long. 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So for this to be a working impossible triangle, which it is, this needs to be 8. This needs to be 8, and this also needs to be 8. So these are all 8. The length of each part is all 8, which means that we can make this 8 times 20, which is 160. So that is that looks like that. And then we can make one of the bottom parts right there. You can use the arrow keys to shift the thing around. Let's see, it's gonna be let's see, in the perspective it goes that way. Okay, so we want this one to go, no, sorry, we want it to be 20 times 4, which is 80. And then we want it to be over here. There we go. And so that's that part there. Now we need to make this part. Let's just do the same thing. Get a square. Make it 80 long. Wrong part. I'll make it 80 long, like that, and then move it all the way up here. Alright, now we've got that shape. We can go ahead and group it. Now we've got to get to this part. This part. So, let's go ahead and build that. Let's see. We'll go ahead and take this, make this 80 long, and this is going to be the part that's like down here. I want to make sure it's in line with that. There we go. Now that should make sure it's, we gotta make sure it's like in a unit of 20, which is 60, negative 60. If it's in a unit of 20, like 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, like counting by 20s basically, then we're good. So there we go. Now we'll just go ahead and do the same thing as we did with these shapes here, except with this instead. So just go ahead and do this. Make sure it's 80 long. Get another one. Make sure it's, I think this 80 long. Alright, and make sure it's in the right place. And there we go. So now we've got these same pieces, right? But as you see, if I do this, they don't connect. They do connect down here, but not up here. So you can see this one is most obviously not connecting with that one. So there are two ways we could fix this problem. We could take, we could take this, we could split it in half, like this. Take this piece, split it in half, make this one all the way back down there, so that it's in line with that, and then just do a whole thing. Cut out, slice it. But then we'd have two separate objects that have to rotate it weirdly. And so it would be simpler to deal with this part. So as you can see, if we just look at this, it looks as though there's just a slope. Right? It looks as though it's just a slope. If we take away everything else besides this piece here, it just looks like a slope, right? Ideally, if this wasn't here, this would look like a cube. But cutting that part off, it looks like a slope. So, that's one way we can deal with it. We can cut that off at a slope. So we'll take this wedge here, rotate it 90 degrees, and then change it to hole by going over here and clicking hole. And then move it down here. Actually, keep forgetting that's underneath the surface. There we go. Take this, make sure it's nice and long, and then move it right in alignment with that part there. Then as you can see, it does that. And then we could also just take this and make it so it's that long instead. take these two objects, group them together, and you see, there we have that. Now, you see, bunk, that lines up, and now all we need to do is move this to the right place. And that's when the magic happens. I'm going to rotate it over here so we don't see it at first. So it's a bit of a surprise. And ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom. And there you go. You can see this is a bit messy rotation because it's the center is over here. But as you can see, as we rotate it, as we move it, it looks as though it connects on, and it creates an impossible triangle. Now, you can see, we can just like, if we change up the colors a bit, we can move perspective, and you can see these are obviously, they don't even look like they're supposed to be connected. But, from the right perspective, they look as though they're connected, and it forms something that's just truly impossible. And that is pretty cool, wouldn't you say? Now, these are a lot of fun to play around with, but to make this rotate the way it does in here, we just gotta build a square, just like that one. Let's see. And now, the way we can do that is very, very simple. Just gotta create a square, start right there, make it just like that, and then double the length and width. So 160 by 160, and I think that's a bit off. We need to make it 140, don't we? That looks better. Then just move these two things up to be sitting on the surface. We'll see. There we go. Just make them sitting there on the surface. And then, if we like change this to a different color to make it look more interesting. Oh, that's weird. Let's change it to green. Group these two objects together. You can see as we rotate them, our illusion works. Fits right into place, and it looks exactly as it does in Monument Valley. And in Monument Valley they also have like a tower here, and then eventually, as you see as it moves up, there's like a door there. And that door is like powered by that platform there, and that thing can go over there and also connect over to there, and you know, all that. It's really fancy stuff. And we could add all that if we wanted, but we don't have to add it. I'm just going to change to multicolor so you can actually see the different colors. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Thank you very much. This is a lot of fun to make. So please leave a like and comment and tell me what else you want to do and what else you want to see me doing in Tinkercad or in Unity. I might actually take this and in another episode take this and put it into Unity and make a working version that you can actually like use the arrow keys to rotate, because that's pretty easy to do. And I'll show you the code and everything that you can do to make that working. And yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you in the next video.